Hello again, and welcome to another G1 Transformers review. And as you can see, I've got to the micromaster combiners in the Autobot sort of section of the 1990s line of micromasters. This is the Astro squad. Now, the whole aspect of this sort of like team of micromasters is in the fact that each of the vehicles is made up of two micromasters. Now, all of these micromasters supposedly are interconnectable, so you can take apart, say, like this first vehicle and the other vehicle there, and you can swap them around via a post and peg sort of system of joining them together. Now, it kind of works and kind of doesn't, because it looks a mishmash of bits and bobs, with different size wheels and different sort of connectable sort of sections. It really does not work well with the space shuttle sort of side of things, because it would just look weird if you had a truck with the back end of a space shuttle, or even alternatively you could have two front ends. It is just a little bit weird. I don't quite know what Hasbro's thinking was really with them. I know they're trying to add a bit of variety into the play value of the micromaster line, but it just seems a little bit of an oddity when you think, well, it looks perfectly fine if you just had them that they combined to one vehicle. What would have been a nice touch is if they had made these like combiners, as in like a Gasol combiner mode, where they all made one robot. Now that would have made a more sort of like sensible sort of way around it, but of course probably the manufacturing and design aspect of the micromaster line probably prohibited being able to make anything half decent out of a line such as this into like a sold figure. But anyway, the only thing I would point out is I am missing a part on this set, and that is in this red missile launcher. I don't have the little white missile. It's quite hard to pick up and is a little bit of a rarity to find, and that's the only reason where, you know, my one's gone missing at some point, and you know, it might turn up, or I'll probably never see it again because it's a tiny little white rocket. But anyway, I thought I'd explain that just in case you're thinking, oh, there's a bit missing. Right, get into the actual review of these. Starting with this silver, they call it a moon buggy, but I think it's a bit more than a sort of buggy really. You've got Barrage, who's the front section, and Heave, who's the rear section. You've got, on the space shuttle, you've got Phaser, who's the front, and Blastmaster, who's the rear. And on the red missile carrier, well, it's rocket launcher really, you've got Moonrock at the front, and Missile Master is the back section. Now, I'll show you each of these in turn, because obviously this was a bigger set, so you've got 6 micromasters in all, so I'll divide them up to start with. Now, starting with Barrage, again, normal transformation from micromaster, just flipping around the bottom like so to create his legs. Big chunky old micromasters, these ones, and you just bring out the arms. I won't dwell on them too much because I think you've probably seen quite a lot of micromasters so far with my reviews, and they're pretty much a standard like for like sort of thing. Painted faces, reasonable moulded details, they put some hand details in them, but not bad. Getting to his counterpart, Heave. Now he's got a little movable radar dish, which is worth sort of noting. It does turn 360 degrees and lifts up and down both ways. So not a bad little thing. Often you see them missing the little blue radar dish. Transforming it again, standard stuff. Flip the legs round, and you've got movable arms, of course. And again, not a bad little figure. Sort of like not quite sort of like he's trying to have a bit of trouble going to the toilet or something, an expression on his face, but not a bad little figure all in all. Anyway, moving on to the next one, as we try and get through these a little bit quicker. phaser, who's the front part of the shuttle. You flip over the nose cone of the shuttle, giving him a huge bit of kibble on the back of his head. Pull down his feet, and then you can bring out his arms as well. And other than the kibble, he's not a bad micromaster. A bit of a weird face on this one. Looks all glasses and not much else in the way of a face. But not bad. Some nice little detailing on his chest anyway. And getting to, let's see, Blastmaster. He's got a little bit more movable parts because of the wing section. So you've got to fold the wings up, and you can fold the top fin round as well to make him a bit more compact. But he's still a fair old lump. You swing down his legs like so, making him very top heavy, as you can see. And then finally you just got to flip his head out the back end of the space shuttle, and you actually get a proper little head on this one. So not bad, if a bit hugely kibbly on the top. Obviously his arms do move as well, like so. And you get quite a nice moulded chest detail. Face isn't brilliant, but at least he has got a proper independent sort of head. Probably one of the better ones out of this set. And then we get to Moonrock, who, as you can see, he's got painted apps. Why they did the middle bit blue when it could have been red to match the rest of the body, I don't know. Anyway, you know, another oddity in its, so much as its manufacture. Flip it round, exactly the same, nice double pinned sort of hinges on its legs. Swing out its arms, and again you get quite a reasonable little micromaster with this one. He's got some nice little moulding detail on the side there, and picked his face out, and it's not too bad a one on this particular figure. And then of course you get Missile Master, which of course, like I say, should have a little white missile, and that just sort of clips onto this little piece here, which is why obviously it gets lost so easily. To transform him, you just need to flick the legs over, as with all of them, turn the missile launching thing round, and that's pretty much it. And again, not a bad little figure. A bit kibbly on the back obviously because he's got his launching sort of rail, but that's okay. Shame about the screws again. I usually say about these, but the way they're manufactured, you end up with a screw straight on the front of the chest on most of them, which is a little bit of a shame. But not bad moulding detail, as you can see. Get some nice moulding detail there on the, what would be the top of the launcher. But yeah, not too bad on that figure. Probably, like I say, one of the better ones out of the set. And that, as they say, is that. That is the Micromaster Combiner Astro Squad on the Autobot line, and again from 1990. I hope you've enjoyed that little review, and I shall see you again. Thanks for watching.